Both of our caimans died, and that was because we couldn't get heat to them fast enough. I was driving down the road and I saw a conservation officer go flying by me, and I was thinking he's probably going to the border, he might be coming to my place, and sure enough turned into my place. And as I turned in behind him, I saw two SPCA vehicles here, and I thought, okay, here we go. And they were here because they got a complaint that the gators' mouths were taped and the caimans had died.
It was true. The alligators' mouths had been taped, and I'd been there the week before when the last of the 4 caimans had died.
And they said, well, you have the rights to remain silent. You have the rights to retain the bodies of the caimans. And you have the rights to have a lawyer before you say anything else. I said, am I being charged? They said, no, you're being investigated. I said, for what? They said, for animal cruelty. I said,
the irony is that Gary only had these animals because he rescued them.
He was 8 years old and he thought it was going to be a very cool pet, and he had it for a total of 3 days and it bit him. And he didn't want it anymore, and that's how I ended up with him.
That's what he does. He takes in exotic pets that people abandon or can't take care of, and then he shares them with the public, helping them appreciate the animals and understand that they don't necessarily make good pets. So it seems hard to believe that he's being investigated for cruelty to animals. It all started with a move to a new location at the end of August. The new location was larger. There would be plenty of room to house all the animals, including those deemed dangerous under the new controlled alien species regulation.
This will be the venomous snake room. So we'll be putting doors on here, a window over here so people can look in.
The venomous snakes and the alligators and the caimans must be kept separate from the other animals and from the public. Fortunately, there was a big back area where special enclosures could be built, with large ponds and activity areas for both the gators and the caimans. Unfortunately, this area was not insulated nor heated. Ideally, it would all be finished before the animals arrived, certainly before winter. But although Gary and his volunteers did the best they could, there had been many delays. The day they moved in the alligators, the enclosures had been built, but there was still work to be done.
The liner has to go in yet, and the pond guy is supposed to be here to do that, but you know, he'll have to work around the gators now.
And although there was insulation in the walls of the individual enclosures, there was still no insulation nor heat in the larger area. However, it was still summer, and this was not perceived as a problem.
Look at him, he's amazing.
The alligators had not shared a space before and would need time to adjust to this new situation and for people to be able to work around them finishing the enclosure. For this reason, their jaws were left taped.
They said that that was inhumane. I said no, it was safety. I said, do you want to go and work in there and complete finishing their facilities with a gator snapping at your ass? I said, I don't think so. So it was for a safety factor. Well, they can't eat that way. I said, they're not going to eat anyways. I've been around them long enough to know that gators, when they get transported from one area to another area, they shut down. They don't eat.
Then, in early October, there was a cold spell. Staff opened up the doors between the front heated area and the back, but then the furnaces broke down. Gary bought heaters, but still, it wasn't enough for the caimans.
We got heat going to them now, but I'm still concerned. Still concerned.
2 of the caimans died.
They probably got pneumonia or something like that.
Then another died. On October 20th, the 4th caiman died.
They're calling it neglect, and I'm saying, no, I don't see neglect as that. I feel neglect is when I deliberately allowed them to die, or I turned my back on them and walked away and didn't care. I said, I think everybody who knows me and would be willing to come to court said Gary did everything in as humanly possible to keep those animals alive.
Maybe he could have done something different. Hindsight's easy. One thing is certain. If this investigation leads to a charge of cruelty to animals, it will do damage to Gary's reputation as an animal rescuer and educator. How much damage is uncertain. Other organizations have recovered from similar accusations. Perhaps Cinemazoo will as well.
I didn't buy these animals. I didn't capture these animals. I rescued them.
Are you worried they're going to come and confiscate your animals here?
I'm always worried about that, yeah. But you know what? Let them.